going to make the argument that motorcycles can cure anxiety. How? First of all, mindfulness. So mindfulness is like being in the moment, being engaged, being present. You don't really have that day to day if you're in an office job, or you're on the construction site, or you're in school. Sometimes you're externally focused. You're always focused on pulling in information, performing, doing something like that. When you're riding, you're sitting down, you're sort of locked in, right? You have to be mindful. You have to be focused, because if you're not, you could potentially get hit by a car, hit some wildlife, crash, slip, that kind of thing. If you're an anxious person, oftentimes you're going to be in your head. You're going to be overthinking. You're going to be questioning, oh, did I do this? Did I say that incorrectly? Well, when you hop on the bike, you're just focused purely on the experience, right? Focused on the speed, the throttle, upshifting, downshifting. You have other things to worry about than your internal thoughts. And especially if you're going at higher speeds or you're on twisties, you got to calculate your lean angle, how quickly you need to go into a turn, that sort of thing. Another thing is the hypnotic sensation that you get when you're on a motorcycle. It's almost a tunnel vision, akin to watching NASCAR. If you've ever been in NASCAR, you'll get this sort of hypnotic sensation of the sound of the engines and how they're going in circles. Well, there's a similar thing going on when you're on the bike, when you're riding. It's like a natural anxiolytic. It calms you down. It rumbles, the engine rumbles between your legs. You have control of that throttle. You have that wind pulling, that whizzing of the wind. It's a very calming sound. And again, like I said earlier, you're present, you're in the moment. There's not much I can do right now other than stare at these trees, take in the nature, look at the greenery. I have to be aware that this pickup truck doesn't slam its brakes on and I crash into it. But beyond that, it's just me, the road, and nature. And if you're an anxious person, it gives you an outlet to calm down, get on the road, get going. Another big thing is solitude, right? You're on the motorcycle alone, generally speaking. Of course, you could take a pillion, but you're alone. It's a solitary activity. If you want to go fast, you can go fast. If you want to go slow, you can go slow. If you want to just look around, take in the trees, it's up to you. You're alone. There's nobody bothering you. There's nobody to impress. There's nobody to talk to. I think that's a really great thing, especially nowadays when there's always a notification on your phone. Someone's always texting you. Someone's always trying to ping you on Slack or send you an email, or they're trying to interact with you on Instagram. It's just too much. So you jump on the back of the bike, get riding, get going, and you have complete solitude. You can just be alone, unbothered, moisturized. I mean, that's why I like it. Even in group rides, I have a friend with me today, following me. For most of the trip, yes, you're riding together, but unless you have a Cardo, which we don't use, you're alone. You get to experience the environment riding on a motorcycle completely alone. And you know that only other motorcyclists understand what you're feeling. So we have those two things. You have mindfulness, solitude, and my final point, and one of the reasons why I really like the anxiolytic benefits of being on a motorcycle, so how I think it reduces anxiety, is that you have to let go. You're doing something kind of dangerous. You have this understanding that something might happen, something bad might happen, something good, like seeing a gorgeous river, as we see over here. But sometimes, if you're anxious, you can get in your head like, did I tighten my rear axle bolt after adjusting my chain? Did I do the oil change correctly? Is the oil filter tight enough? Do I have enough gas to get to where I'm going? These sorts of thoughts will go through your head, but part of the joy of being on a motorcycle is just letting go. And I think overall that's going to make you a calmer person. If you're used to going outside, getting exposure in the environment, leaving the house, that's going to build a sort of tolerance against stress, especially if you're riding in traffic or through a city. Over time, you're just going to be a calmer rider, and I think downstream you're going to become a calmer person. I certainly know that after almost being run over, I was way more calm. Now, things that used to bother me don't bother me much anymore because I'm still alive. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to enjoy this beautiful day. So those three things, that's my argument. You're far more mindful. You get to enjoy your solitude. And then finally, it's a chance to let go. Highly recommend getting a motorcycle to help quell your anxiety.